Hello, everybody. I've been with Cobalt Blue for about a month now as Project Acquisition Manager, and one of the main focuses of my role will be to take up carriage of the Cobalt in Waste Streams project. Now, as an introduction, I have a background that spans about 15 years in base and precious metals exploration, as well as stints in academia and most recently in government. So while I was working as the Director of Minerals in the Queensland Government, I instigated a large program with researchers at the University of Queensland to examine the potential for critical minerals such as cobalt in mine waste, like tailings and other waste stockpiles. That program has now grown to become a nationwide initiative, which reflects the strong potential for revalorising and reprocessing waste streams. Cobalt Blue has been a partner to the Queensland Government Research Program for a number of years now. And what we bring is a strong basis in processing expertise to demonstrate that extraction of cobalt from the mine waste of copper mines, for example, is feasible. And it is through this work and collaboration that I have come to be part of the Cobalt Blue team and take on the Waste Streams project. Now, I'm starting that work by trying to understand the information that's already available and producing a short list of projects that match Cobalt Blue's ambitions for ethical cobalt supply and our world-leading expertise in metallurgy and minerals processing. Our aim for this project is also to feed directly back into the three-pillared strategy by working in parallel with the Broken Hill project to then produce feedstock for the Kwinana cobalt and nickel refinery. To demonstrate the potential scale of opportunity for the Waste Streams project, one of the examples that I often come back to is the very large tailings dam at the Mount Isa copper mine in Queensland, which is currently held by Glencore. That tailings dam covers an area of around 22 square kilometres. The depth of the tailings dam is variable and poorly defined, so we don't have an accurate estimate of the volume of that material. But regardless, we know that it's large. We also know that there are spot grades of up to 9% cobalt associated with copper mineralisation at Mount Isa. And we know that Mount Isa mines produced cobalt along with copper, lead and zinc for a couple of years in the 1990s. Copper production halted when the cobalt price dropped. Before and after that, cobalt, which is largely hosted in pyrite at Mount Isa, was sent to waste. So we know there's cobalt there, and the Mount Isa mine is hardly the largest of this sort in Australia or the world. So, like I said, the opportunity is very significant. Another advantage of the Cobalt Blue process that is starting to attract attention is the fact that elemental sulfur is one of our byproducts. So in essence, this means that we are leaving the material that we work with lower in sulfur than when we found it. And this has great benefits when looking at mine waste. As we all know, acid mine drainage is a big problem for metalliferous tailings globally. So not only do we have the potential to extract value from these sites by looking at metals that the original miners have ignored, but we can also produce strongly positive environmental outcomes for those sites by desulfidizing the remaining material. This produces yet another saleable product and reduces the environmental liability. And it is very attractive to the operators of large, long-lived mines around the world who might be left with huge environmental maintenance costs even after the mine has closed. Now, I am passionate about the circular economy in mining and positive outcomes for mine sites, as well as working with such an ethically credentialed company like Cobalt Blue, providing battery-ready material for the clean energy transition. So being able to take a project that I started in government, grew to a nationwide initiative, and now have the opportunity to continue working on from a commercial perspective is so pleasing to me, and I feel so lucky to have this opportunity. It's something that I care very strongly about on a personal level, and you can absolutely be assured that I will be giving it my all.